Hi everyone, let's discuss curl command today. So curl is a really very powerful tool when you are making request from your terminal. Now let's say you want to make a request to the localhost endpoint. So I'll just specify curl and localhost and I have got some output. You can see it has printed the HTML code, the source code of the page that it has got as a response. Now let's say you want to do some troubleshooting over here and you want curl to display everything. Every step it has taken, every header it has sent and every header it has received, right? And some TCP level info as well. So in that case, you can use a verbose option followed by again the URL. Now you can see additional to the source code, it has printed all other steps it has taken. The TCP connection it has made, then the headers it sent, the headers it got as a response and everything else. Now let's say you are only interested in the headers. And it is a very common scenario that when we are troubleshooting endpoint, we just want to check for the status code that we are getting and not the output and all, right? So in that case, you can use a capital I option over here. Just again specify the URL. Now you can see it has printed only the headers and status code is at the top. So it is very useful in these scenario when you are troubleshooting a particular endpoint, right? Now let's say you made a request to an endpoint and you get redirection as a response. So if you don't know what redirection response is, it is basically the web server is telling to you that you're making request to the wrong endpoint. You should make request to this one instead, right? That it will specify in the response. Now let's say I make a request to goal.com and I'll get a redirection response that says make a request to http colon goal.com, right? So if I want curl to follow this redirection, I'll specify an option that is capital L, and curl will follow the redirection until it finds the source code, until it gets a 200, right, from the server. Okay. Now let's say you want to make a post request from curl. So by default, curl makes a get request if you don't specify the request explicitly. If you are doing that, so in that case, you can like specify any request you want to send. A very common scenario is when you are making a post request. It happens often like we don't have tools like Postman installed and we want to make a post request. So in that case, you can do it something like this. You can specify a header that says the content type. You can specify the request, like you have specified that you want to send a post request. You have specified the data that you want to send followed by the endpoint. Now you can see I've got a response from the server that it has received a post request and it is the data that we sent along with the request. So guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much.